The point is this, not a job. You are using, don't place your mind in the view that you want this to replace your job. Listen again. Don't place your mind on that. If your mind is placed on that, your views will be based on the market should pay you the way it's paying your job, what you're receiving from your job. No, that isn't how you should think. But how do you think? Think about this like there is nothing to this. Your job is your only source of survival. You are learning a skill, master the skill. After you've mastered the skill, in time, the skill will reward you. So your duty is to stay back and then master the repeatable trading setup. I'm done for today. Sorry, I just want to shut my trade. I'm done for today so that I can concentrate and work. Um, just a minute, please. I beg of you guys. So what am I trying to say is this: learn to learn to trade when it is most easiest for you to make a whole lot of money. Learn to make a whole lot of money in a short interval. Don't try to force things. Now, the point is this: if you can't wait until time, you make a whole lot of blunder. Be patient with yourself. Like I said, when I talked about the job, I'm talking about the job in sense of I know how most of us think. We are trying to substitute our job with this. I understand. It's powerful enough, it can do that. But don't let that be your focus. What should be your focus is mastering the skill. So therefore, if you're thinking about mastering this skill, you will not be going into the market and placing trade with a lot size that you cannot afford to sleep after clicking a buy or a sell. No, take trading to be a business, is an investment. Take it serious as it should be. Don't try to say, oh, someone is buying and me myself, I am buying. Oh, this person doubled his account in 1 week. I'm going to do the same. Therefore, you have exposed or put yourself in the level whereby failure is inevitable. No, what you do is this: erase your thinking, clear your mindset, have it that you are coming to master a skill. You know nothing about the skill. So, what you want to do, you want to give it everything it takes to master the skill, just like a medical doctor. You go through school. In my country, you spend over 7 years in school. These 7 years, you are not being paid. All you're doing is you are mastering your craft, you are mastering your profession, and you spend 7 years mastering it. No payment, nothing at all. Rather, you are the one spending, buying books, attending lectures, and all that is stressful. But you're not thinking about the benefits of what, sorry, you're not thinking about what you're spending. What your mindset is really on is earning the skill. Because you know that when you have the skill will pay you. But once you come into trading, the most traders don't think like that. What they think about is, I'm going in to make a whole lot of money, and they have forgotten that the only way you can get to that level is becoming a master of your craft. Until you become a master of your craft, forget everything called sizing. Use small lots. Grow the business. Grow your mindset. You are the business. So what you have to do is you have to grow. You have to develop yourself. You have to understand that. Until you are fixed, nothing changes. It remains the same. You're taking suboptimal trades because you are still operating in the level of fear and greed. And once you're caught in fear and greed, you will win some, you will lose some. But once you think like a pro trader, which I'll be showing us today, you find out that the only thing you need to do is to force yourself to trade less. And when you start trading less, then over time, you would have developed this skill. Even if it would take 1 year, this is a field that every of your efforts will be well rewarded. But what are you doing? Most of us are not really thinking in that line. What we're thinking is nothing but money, money, money. Hence, creating the forum in our Discord that says mind over money. So you think about what you are doing, not your P&L. Your P&L will always frustrate you once your mind is on it. No, let your mind be on the aspect that either win or lose, it doesn't affect you in any way. All you're doing is building reps, understanding that trading first is surviving. Once you've mastered surviving, then you can start making as much as you want to survive first before you strive or thrive, I call it rather. So, what am I trying to say? There is always light at the end of the tunnel. So, do not make it so painful that you're learning a particular skill and all there is you are getting is eating the brick. You can't break through. You're just eating the wall, eating the wall, eating the wall. What is happening is because you are not really thinking of the skill. You are thinking about what you will get. The outcome is more of your concern than even the skill development. I will tell you this again. If a medical doctor or surgeon goes to perform a procedure and they mess up, they might be given a pardon. But once they do it on a constant, guess what? Their license will be revoked. They cannot practice anywhere in the world. So it is with you. Think like it that way. You cannot drive a car blind. How, what do you see? What setup have you mastered? So the point while you are struggling is because you have not built a rep. You have not done it over time to see the same thing over and again. Do not let anybody talk you into believing that there is something other than what we are seeing and what the market maker is telling us. And what you do is push yourself to the level that you master the setup, which you're going to be doing today. Master the setup, master yourself, and always talk to yourself before trading. I'm not trading today. I'm not trading today because my setup is not there. Understand that it's different than when you come into the market and say you are placing trades randomly. Don't ever take a random trade. That means you have not yet mastered your craft. Muscle memory. Reason why I'm sending us the best trade setup over and over and over again on our, and we call it again, Discord group. Why do I do that? For a major reason, so that we can see it to the level that we cannot unsee it again. And once it gets to that level, nothing can stop you. So I will tell you, if there is anyone against your success, if there's anyone that is fighting your success, or your growth, go look at the mirror and see the one that is holding you back. How can you beat him? It's simple. Listen to what this small man that might not know what he's saying is telling you. Try it and see how it will become easy for you. What am I trying to say in essence? Master the setup, master yourself, hold yourself back, learn that the only ally you have in this is your patience. Patience is your best friend. So you need to master patience and learn. Then go back to the market and start building rep, seeing the trade setup over and over again. And then, according to what Stacy said, if you are doing bad and you know you are doing bad, then why not stop it? The fact is that most of us are not willing to correct the bad habits. That is why it's still staying. Correct it. How do you correct it? By doing what you know is right. The Bible even said it, that a man that knows what to do and doesn't do it, sinneth. So if you know what is right to do, stop hurting yourself. Agree then. Now let's get back to being serious. Market will only do three things. Never forget it. It will break out, it will pull back, it will continue in the direction of the breakout. It will break out, it will fail, or it will stay within a high and a low, a trading range. Now let me quickly talk about this before we start what we have today. See what happened. Price actually first closed in breakout. This is what we have, closing breakout, and that happened also to be the highest closing price of the week. But there's something, price got back to that level and it started going high. It got to the high after creating a peak formation high. My view was, because this is the highest closing price of the month, what I wanted to see, I wanted price to break this level again. I wanted it to break and maybe break this way, which I took the trade first, going high, and I saw that price stalled. So okay, maybe market makers is having something different. I wanted them to break and go up like this, then get to this level, then dump. The reason why, let me show you. I'm coming. The reason why is this. I wanted to see that so that it would tell me that price has gone up in one push, two pushes. The third push didn't really go. So I wanted it to go that high, giving me three level of rise. It gave me the three level of rise to this peak formation, but it was short-lived. So price came back here. I closed my trade. Yeah, I was still holding. I'm not the market maker thinking it's going to break this level. But look at price came in one push, two pushes, three pushes without breaking out. That was where I closed. So now let's go straight to work. Now listen, before you take any trade, ask yourself, what did the previous 2 days, what happened the previous 2 days? Price is always acting up this way. What is happening now? If price pumps into your section, all there is you do is think dump. And when price dumps into your section, all there is you think pump. These are the setup you are literally looking for. Dump and pump, trap and shift, trap and shift, either going high or coming back low. Now, the point is this. If price is working its way high, all that price is giving is trapping momentum. Buyers are being forced to take higher position. Therefore, every low becomes a liquidation point. Once it turns around, price is going to come clear all the low where the retail traders are placing their stop loss. Where is the retail traders stop loss? Ask yourself, is above and below every swing point. So you want to first of all see where there is greed and fear. I will explain the greed and fear. When there's greed and fear, the market feasts off the what I called greed and fear. How do I mean? Price is pumping high. Buyers that came in are still holding their position. They are greedy. They don't want to lose the position. The money is sweet, so they are holding on, thinking it's going to go high forever. But what happened now is they are forcing them to take higher position and then hold higher position. You come to the market and you see that the market is moving. All you're saying is, oh, I will miss out on this big move. You're scared, you jump in. You're scared, you jump in. The market makers have induced buyers. They are coming in, taking position. And after it went high in one push, two push, three pushes, they trapped them up high and gave them another push, making them feel the market will still continue. Listen, if you don't know what you are doing, it's best you are patient. Wait, let them be done. Trapping buyers up high, let them trap them. The market will not leave you behind. Get that. Stop being scared. If you're scared of missing out, no, you shouldn't be scared. All you're doing is waiting for your setup to align rightly before taking your trade. So when it broke this level, I'm not saying lower low, because most of you start looking and going crazy and saying, oh, it must be lower low, it must be that. No, I'm looking at level, timing, behavior of price. Maybe come back here, equity market open, or the third hour and gave us a pin engulfment. That means they have locked in that level. Price dumps after they trapped buyers. But remember, this setup, yes, is powerful. It happens every blessed week. But how do you really take them? So the same way I explained this is the same, turn it all around for pump. Now, what do market maker do first? Understand. Without, you can write this down. Signal plus setup is equal to parabolic trade setup. Parabolic move only really truly happens once there is a signal coming from the higher time frame. So what are the signals? You have 3 days of breakout traders, you have 3 days of longs, you have 3 days of shorts, you have three higher closes, you have the highest closing price of the month, of the week. Now, these are signals. You have closed and breakout. You have um, daily levels being triggered. You have inside day. They are really important because they are giving us information. So today we're going to be looking at what happened all through this week and explain where we see signal, first red day, first green day, and these signals I have mentioned. And you see that after the signal is being printed, that is not enough. You ask yourself, let's look at it this way. You are coming into your section and market is all like this, just doing all this. And before your section, market did this. It's coming to your section. Look at this. Market is just acting up. And what you do, where is the most recent high? Not this. Once the eye is taken, we are talking about the setup now after signal day. So you don't come into your chart and say, yesterday was first green day. And you come into your chart and all there is we are getting is you taking blind trade. No, don't do that. What you need to do is to really see this setup. If there is no setup, even though there is a signal, then it's going to be a low probability day. I will say it again. If there is no signal and you come to take your trade, be rest assured that you are diddling. That means you are trading in a low probability day. Now, even though the day has given me first green day, which we will explain with the chart, please, I'm trying to help you guys to think right so that once I start showing you on chat, you'll be able to, oh, so this is what it's saying, then it will click. So see what happened. Price has given us maybe first green day or first red day, or whichever signal they gave the previous day. So now price is acting up this way. I'm trading, let's say, London section, and I'm waiting for London equity market to open. When does the equity market open in London? It opened at about, so I'm coming, my system, I don't know what happened. The equity market open for London opened about 3 a.m. Remember that, the second hour. What is happening? My system just went down. No, no, my internet just went down. I don't know why it's acting up. It's not a game. Okay, before I go on, I don't want it to be like I'm just talking. Hope we're gaining understanding for what I'm sharing, please. I want to be sure you guys are following. Hope you guys are gaining understanding, right? Not to worry, you are still dealing with the schematics. From the schematics, we go to the chart. From the chart you'll be able to see clearly. For the new student, we're going to be starting your section again. The section again will be starting on Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be having market recap. So sorry about that. Join the market recap tomorrow. Is going to be helpful to you. Then on Tuesday next week, we're going to be having your first class. This is rounding up with the student that joined in last week stroke this week. You guys are just coming in and having the first time on your last week. Sorry, last lesson was your first time, and this lesson is like your second time. Not to worry. We're still going to go through the process again. I'm just going to do this record, then I might not be recording again for the other classes because it's just me repeating myself. But if you guys want me to repeat to do the recording, no problem. I will definitely record again. Just give me some time. This system is crazy. I don't know. My internet just went off, and I have internet on my system. Max, I'm too lazy. I'm just waiting for you to send me my laptop because I'm too lazy. Don't blame me, please. Okay. If you're still holding NASDAQ, I've told you if you were in NASDAQ like I took NASDAQ, I'm out. The reason why I've shown you three level, it triggered the low 3 times without breaking out. Don't don't diddle in the middle, just get out. Get out. Keep your money for the best trade. Maybe tomorrow will give you the dump. I don't know. But we are trading high. It might keep on going high. Because if you go from the monthly chart, you see that will dump to that level. So the weekly chart, you see that it dump to that level. All through the day to day, from morning until now, everything was fine. Don't know what devil is always coming around when I start coaching. This just happens. Max, what is happening? I know you have an answer to this. I really want to spend my time to explain this setup. I really want to spend my time today to work on the setup, so that we are not going in diddling. I don't like it when he's um, I'm the only one tending to see things in the group, and most people just seem to be like, oh, in the middle, and hearing that, oh, I took a trade today and it went against me. What setup are you hunting? What setup? And don't force a trade. If it's not ready to move, get out. Look at what I did in NASDAQ. I was still holding, still we came to trading. I locked my trade. My trade was back to entry, and whatever happened, happened. What was happening? My system is not even reading me in. So let me my system things. I never wanna dance again. Cutie feet, I got no reading. There's no need to pretend. No, you're not a fool. Should have known better. Treat a friend. Okay. Okay. G. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, you are. Okay. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, there is no electricity here. I just needed to come put on my generator. Nigerian factor. Okay. Sorry. Let's get back to it. Let's go back to it. Certain crazy. I'm out of the Zoom from my system. Let me join this. Okay. So, I'm finding a place. Just a minute, please. I'm trying to join from my system. You know what happened. Okay. So I'm going to ask again. Hope we are gaining understanding. The point is this: if you don't really know what you're doing and you go trading, the only thing you're doing is that you're gambling. There's no two ways about it. Don't gamble. Trade what you can see. Trade what the market gives. We're going to look at the chart. We're going to like work on the chart. What we're going to be doing today is what, by His grace, we have been doing that from on Monday. If I'm not making a mistake, we've been from the last lesson, the two last lessons, I've been showing you guys some repeatable trade setup. I want you guys to be patient and then learn them. If you can't see them, don't trade. If there is no setup, don't trade. So let's go back to it. Now, let's say you're trading Asia, London, New York, whichever one you're trading, and you're looking at the equity market open. Before the time of the section opens, draw the level. I'll ask you now, which is the high and which is the low? Definitely, this is the most recent high, and this is the most recent low. I love price being in a box. Always ask yourself, price in a box. That is what matters so much important, that you have the understanding that market is trading in a box. It gives you an idea where to take your trade. You are buying low and selling high. So when price started acting this way, it broke the low. Let's say that is about the time the equity market opened. And when it opened, what happened? Price came and took the low and then came back and then went back again. Guess what? They are inducing sellers to think market will continue going low. And you see, that is about where you now get the move. So your duty is to wait. Now, once the equity market opens, before it opens, you have your eye and your low. It took out the low and started going down. I'm not saying over time, once you have taken trade over and again, you'll be able to nail this, taking a trade from here. But I'm not saying that. Let the trade set up about maybe the second and third hour. It happens like this. This is where your chances goes high. First mounts could get triggered, but the second mounts got the trade. That is the setup you are looking for. Let's go back again into it. Now see what price again will do. They always will manipulate before they move the other way to get people guessing. Equity market open, it came back to this level and used it as support. Went high, it came back again, and it went high again. And all of a sudden you say, oh, I'm going to be taking this trade. But guess what? They came back at you and then did something like this. And you say, oh, what happened? What happened? Sorry, this might go a little bit lower, taking the money and then set up and get them give you the trade. Your duty is to wait. Can you wait? Wait for your timing window and keep watching out for these behaviors. That is what you need to know. Market makers don't want you to figure them out. So now let's go straight to the chart. Remember, all we'll be looking at this section will be the setup and entry so that you guys can be able to stand by yourself. We are starting with gold. Let's go into it. Firstly, let me say something. Once price opens and market is trading, whatever it's doing, once you can be able before your section to draw a straight line, something like this, down or going high this way, you will know who is most definitely being tracked and who is this one? Who is being trapped? Where is the money? You see, they're going high. All of a sudden, you can see them break out and come back. Full, both sellers and buyers, then dump. What am I trying to say in essence? Pump and dump, or dump and pump. Let's get straight to it. Your timing again, I've said that over and over again. Equity market open. Remember, I said I love looking for trade on gold from 9 o'clock down upward. I do that for gold. For currency, also the same. And in London section from 3 o'clock and above. But you learn to wait. If you want to be extremely specific, then wait for the third hour. Now let's get straight to it. Beautiful. See what happened. Price traded. Price opened. Look at it. Once there is no signal, do not trade. Signal day. What do we have? We have price close in breakout on Friday. On Monday, what do we have? Price dumps. Look at this. It dumps in what time? Asia dumps and took this low. That is a level. Look at it. Dump. What is our setup? Dump and pump. Once it took this level, started going high. Asia trader look at the time. They got a starter around equity market open. The reason behind this trade first get it. Price close and breakout, and it broke the previous day's level. Did you get it? Closed in breakout and broke out the previous day's level. Let me pause. Doran, do you have any question? Share. Doran.
Yeah, I don't have any
Only
question.
okay. Did I come into the chat and say on Monday, I'm just looking for setup? No. What brought this instrument into my watch list? First, I'm not talking about the setup first. Write it down. Signal day, price close in breakout. That is all. I brought the instruments to my watch list. That is my major and first assignment. I saw that it's closing breakout. Let me ask you all. Can you all deny that this market did not close in breakout on Friday? Max, did it close in breakout?
Yeah, it did.
Great. And NG,
So,
can you see this breakout also? Yolanda, you here? Tell me, can you see that the market closed in breakout?
Yeah, I'm here. I can see it.
Okay. Great. So we all agree that the closing breakout. Guess what? That you cannot argue. Nobody can argue with that. So that is fact. Is in fact no argument. Let's go on. Take this slowly. Asia trader. Now I want to ask again another question. You see price going high, but what happened in Asia is dumping. Can we all see the dump? Look at this. I'm not counting 1, 2, 3 patterns now, but I'm showing you something that will make it extremely easy for you. Now you see, price dumped. Are you getting it? So when it dumped, the place the pump started, rather the dump, was this level. That is the level. Let me take this one out so that we can see clearly. Remember, according to something I learned from Stacy, this gap is a bullish gap. Did you get it? So price went high in one push, dump into Asia equity market open. They got the buy. We're going to have a swell time today because we're really going to entry on how to take these trades. So please bear with me and ask questions. Stop me anywhere you can. Price is coming down. Look at this bar, this very last bar. Is the bar I want to be engulfed. Price traded gave us an opportunity at what time? Equity market open and started going high. Since I said this is the bar I want that is of importance to me, look at what happened. Price engulfs that bar. Look at it here. And that happens to be my range, this very bar. Do you see? Because it was a death bar killing who sellers. Once you see this at an exhaustion point, what is happening is 50 or rather 90% of the time, market is about to turn around. So it's their last push. And once that happens, also it can be the beginning of a big move. Once it's happening at an extreme, at the low or the high. So now let's go slowly into it. So you see now, let me take this out off. Sorry, we have a new person in the house, I guess so. Ayete, right? How are you doing? Ayete, how are you doing? Okay. It's one of my brother from Ghana. Now let's go on. See what happened. I'm doing my best to explain this the way I am and asking you guys questions. Why? Because there's so many people that are not going to be able to have the opportunity to see this until they get the recording. So it has to be clipped so that once they see it, they won't ask many questions. But you that is here, you can ask your question, please. So this is a setup. Let me show you. It came back down. I'm not thinking, though this you could say I. This you could say I. And price started dumping one push, two push, three push. Let's know the setup first. What do we have here? Let me quickly show you. I want you guys to see this. We'll still look at Asia. How would we have taken a trade there, going to lower time frame? So what we have in here, just watch this. Let me make it even clearer. Where are you? Okay. Okay. Watch this pattern. What did you see? Our pattern. You could see it right. So now let's get straight to it again. So see what happened now. Price came down. All you are waiting for is it has broken out and it crawled back down to London section, about gap time, and started going high. We look at it again, see what I want to do. Look at this one push, come back down without taking out the low. It went back up again. No, rather, one push, two pushes, with this coming back down without taking out the low. So this one, this two, and this is three push up high. Did you get it? One, two, three. Broke the eye three times. What we have is price pumping to where? The high. Look at it here. Pumped to the high. And then what? Coil. If you are taking a trade by 3 or by 4, or whichever time you take this, it didn't go anywhere. Get out. After you have one push, two pushes, three pushes, get out. This was the last push down. It went one push, two pushes, three pushes without going anywhere. Are you getting it? And it now went back to the high. Walk with the time. Went back to the high. Took the high. When it took the high, it's coiling around 8:30. Gave us a pin and an engulfment around what time? This was the trade I did take, so I'm very sure about this. So I'll talk to you about it. So what happened is this. The peak formation I, let's look at it again. The setup is what we're mastering. The reason why I'm looking at this, listen to me, guys. I'm not saying you trade London, Asia, or New York. Pick one and wait for the best trade setup. The best could have been New York for you. The best could have been Asia or maybe the gap time. I don't know, but the setup was present and gave us a trade. The setup again around 9 o'clock, we got the trade. Now see how you're going to go about this. Price is always in a box. Took the high before, let me take my information here to be most recent. Before 9:30 a.m., what do we have? See the clue. This you see is the dead giveaway. The clue. We have space down. We have space. That means price. Buyers were forced to take higher position. And guess what? They are still forcing themselves to take position. But they locked in the high and then done. What do you want to see? You want to take trade that is easy to make a whole lot of money in a short interval time. Let's make some more confidence before taking the trade. Great. This is the number box. What a coincidence. Where the price came, gold, don't forget, love the double zero. The thick red line you see is the double zero. But look at this. When price triggered that level, it went high in 1, 2, 3, 75 pips, which is 3 level of rise in this place. 75. And they started dumping. But now we're on 50. A good spot also to take a trade. Listen, this setup first. What is this setup? You can go back to your chart and then screen dunk this or screen grab this or screenshot this, whichever way you call it. It might not be on gold, but it will happen again. Any question, please, before I go to entrance? Let me show you how to take entry here. How I took my entry by 9, and that was the only trade I took them to. Any question, please? Beautiful then. If no question, let's get to 1 minute. You see how simple and direct this can be. But the only problem is that we only just want to trade. No, don't be like that. Trade what is easy. Don't gamble. Don't be in the middle. See what happened? Stacy will say 2 blue lines. Price took the high and then extended that level. Around 9 o'clock, look at what happened. Price coiled, gave us a pin engulfment. Now tell me, what will I be waiting for? It was about that place. I took my trade. And straight out of going, all I'm just looking for is the next bar, 10 o'clock. But rather, came back coiled and then dumped. But then I'd already gotten out 50%. If you are taking this trade, why did I take it? Let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. Where is the 2 blue line? See them. You see the 2 blue lines? Price broke out, couldn't stay out, came back in. I wasn't in at that time. I'm waiting for the time. And look at it. Tapped the 20 EMA engulfment and then dumps. Easy trade. Get out. Call it a day. Good. Let's go back to Asia. What just happened? Okay. What happened, Asia? Price Okay, so see what happened? In Asia, the same kind of setup. Look at it again. Let me wrap everything up so that you can see clearly. Okay, what do we have? What did I tell you? Draw the level before the equity market open, two blue lines. And price, and put it in the body rather. So price actually gave us what? Peak formation low. You see that it's just the same thing. Started coming down. Equity market open, pin, and government. Asia trader got a trade. It started and gap time if you want. The same thing. Came trap low, double bar reversal pattern at this level. And what happened? Price left. So the point is this, which I've said over and again. Entry is the easiest, not the setup. Once you can find the setup, entry will be nothing to you. Get it? Once you can find the setup, it's simple. But the point is this, most of us can't wait for the setup. Is what you need. Do you see it? Just two blue lines, according to Stacy. So good. Let me pause there. Any question regarding this? Any question, please? Anybody? Okay, that means you guys are seeing clearly right. The question I want to ask is this. Can we plot those lines? Can we plot those lines? The lines that you're seeing, can you plot them? Marks, can you plot them?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, the high and low before the equity hour open.
I didn't get you. Go ahead. You said something.
High and low before the equity hour.
Okay, great then. Okay, beautiful. Now let's go back again. We are still working on Monday. I'm trying to do this so that you guys will learn how not to be everywhere. Take the easy trade, the simple trade setup. Let's go back to another trade that happened on Monday. Also, I done on Monday, we'll go to Tuesday. So let's look at it. This setup is what I'm on to. You can see I have a large basket of which I'm looking at. Is it this? Yes, it's this one. The name of the instrument or the instrument doesn't matter. What matters is the setup. Where is the setup here? First thing is this. I will ask that same question again. Is that a signal day? Please, Yolanda, is this a signal day?
Yeah, close and break out.
Okay. That's all I just want to get, nothing more. I got it. The whole world can see this. I can see it. Okay, great then. We are going into this pair is best traded in the London market. So I'm going to be looking at trade at the London equity market. See what happened now? You might think, oh, I just drew those two lines. No, well, it took this level first. You could see, but I just want to see my two blue lines first. That is your box. You got it right. See what happened now? Price came to the low of the box around, look at the time, let's go. Price came to the low of the box around 2, around 3. What happened? Price is running high. You're buying right. It's a trap. Price is going high in aggression. Once 3 o'clock opened, the equity market opened. The low here, look at the high. The low and the high, it opened inside the low and the high. And it went high, took out this level, took out this level again. And then I will show you something here, most of you that actually make blunders of entry. If this doesn't play it, I wonder what will. Just be patient. Today in Snipes group, someone was saying you don't miss or whatever they call it. And I was like, no, I only know my setup and I chase it with all I got. First thing you should ask yourself is this. We are in Monday, closed in breakout. Guess what? Friday itself was the last trading day of February. And what happened? It closed in breakout and gave us what? Highest closing price of the whole month of February. That is the highest closing price. And this happened to be the highest level at which February traded. You got it right. So that is why this becomes important. Even though it didn't trigger the high, or you say, oh, but it would have triggered the high. Market makers know that you're waiting for that. It's a setup, breakout, highest closing price of the month of February. Your setup is present. From day chart, all you want to see is breakout. Did it give you the setup? What setup is that? We are looking for only one setup, which is what pump and then dump. That is what price gave us. Then how do we take this trade? If it is not easy, you can't see it, do not trade it. Now you see price. Now let's go back to 1 minute, which I love a lot. But I will show you what I do when I'm on 1 minute. I don't just go to 1 minute and start taking trade. My two blue lines, according to Stacy, have been plotted. And what happened? Now let's work this. So what happened? Price got to the high, took out that level, which I know it took out the level, and it started coming down. Let's say you took your trade from here. Look at what happened. Just walk with me. Learn to see this. Learn to watch. See the time, 3:38. And price started coming down. In one push, went back up again. Two pushes, three pushes. It didn't go anywhere. You're holding price and thinking to keep on dumping. Look at what happened. They came back to you because price had already gone. Listen, 2, 3. 3 times price is dumping. So let me put my number box because I want to explain that. Can you put your chart next to your drawing? Yolanda, you mean what I'm saying now? Hello, Yolanda? Talk to me.
What were you saying?
You asked a question.
Oh, that was when you were drawing it out. I was asking you to put the chart next to it so everybody can see the move.
All right. But you can see now, right, what I did from 15 minutes down to this time frame. You saw it, right? Feel free at any time to interject so that I will be able to go back and look at what we have to look at. Okay. Yeah. To this point, hello.
What'd you say?
Yolanda can hear me.
I can hear you.
So let's go back to it. Took off from this level, got to this level, broke the ball and started going high. This runner is a dead bias up high. That was the last leg. Coming down, it came back in one push, 3 pushes without going anywhere. or be sorry. So what happened now? After that happened, price started came back to that level, 4 o'clock, and we have a pump back into 3 o'clock. We have price dumping. I didn't take this straight. This is a good starter because I took gold that day. I wasn't even looking at this. So you see, this is a good starter. But whichever way, see what I want to show you. Everybody above this level is trapped. Did you get it? And see what happened? Price came, broke out, and started using that level as support. You would have taken your, once there's a break and price comes back, came back again, double pin, double bars. If you can't take that, even this depth bar is enough. All this level is your entry. And how did that play out on month, or rather, to be precise? It dumped heavily, giving you a parabolic short from this level and close this level, ACB. Why is this so powerful? And why did it dump so heavily? Look at it again. Closed in breakout, and that breakout happened to be of the month. These highest close, these highest price closing price of the month, coin, trap, and then anywhere here. If you had taken the first one and you saw the behavior counting 1, 2, 3 down, they really go anywhere. Guess what? It came back to give you the opportunity. Anywhere, anywhere, take your trade. It's already set up for the blast after giving us information. Can you just wait? This is scalable. It is repeatable. I prefer even this to gold. Why? Setup, setup, setup. You can go back to your chart and save this in your archive. It is going to happen again. Beautiful. Let's do one more on Monday. The same setup. Let's look at, let's see. This one is this. This one over. This one over. Same setup we're looking for. This one over. Good. I like this one so much. You might say, look at it again, please, very closely. You might say, price did not close in breakout on Friday. But what happened the day of trading? It closed where? Triggering the low of the day from Asia. We draw the level. Went down again. We draw the level. Invariably, let me show you. Look at this price dump. Dump. Look at it again. Dump. Great. You might say what I want to, the line I want to draw now, you might say is not present. So I want to show you because I saw it for this level. I'll explain that there. For this. We are trading this at equity market open. Look at what have happened already. There is already a build up. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean this. This one I viewed. For some people who ask me what line is this. This is the last bearish bar. When it was engulfed, I drew the line low bear. It means the low have been put in place, is locked in. Was good. So we are coming into the equity market open, and we have price dumping into that level around 8. See what happened? Price is dumping to that level. It gave us 2 blue lines. See what happened? Immediately came back to this level. 9 o'clock, 9:30, came back and took the money. Guess what? The setup. Look at it again. Why will I even look at this trade setup in the first place? That is what I want you guys to get. Breakout, no. Breakout and started coiling up high like this, coiling like this. It's coiling like this, and then to the high, and then give us something like some down. No, but it broke out and ran away. Sellers are in the money. Where do you think they will go? They took out the money. It's coin. Where is the money now? Up here or up here. And what did they do? With a runner, they took the money, close, and get out. Let me show you from 1 minute. This is a simple, easy trade setup. Once you know what you are looking for, all there is for you to just take the trade. Take the trade. This seems to be big, but guess what? It's not coming back. If you place the trade, for me, how I would have managed this. After this breakout, immediately this bar, I put my price back to entry. Once it gets to this level, I'm out. If there's no news coming up. But if there's news coming up rather, but if there's no news, immediately gets there, I close 50% or most of the trade position and watch the rest and see what happens. Learn to pay yourself. Stacy, learn to take profit. Don't be too smart. Get it again. Max, why do you think this very instrument would have come to my watch list on Monday? You know the reason why?
Monday.
The signal of the day.
The day. Okay, yeah, signal of the day. Yeah.
It didn't break out on Friday, but it broke out on Monday. Came very interesting. But the major thing we are looking for is most of the time we are looking for price going like this time, and we are waiting. Let me show you. Sorry, what is the affecting most of us is that see what we want to see. Market makers will come in varying ways. It comes like this, and then in London already, they've already locked the level and started going high. They came back to retest that level and went. That's what price did. You would say, but that is not trap and shoot. Then what is this? The money have already been taken out. Price went high and started coming back down. They're waiting for another trap and shift at this level. If they come back here, they have given sellers an opportunity to take out their position in profit. No, they're going to cause them pain. Not me and you. Master the setup. Was going. It's still the same setup, the same thing over and again, over and again. Please, any question? Doran, any question? Any question, Doran?
No question. Thank you.
Beautiful. Now let's go to Tuesday. Same setup. You can see that we are the only ones. Well, maybe I'm already doing what they call it. The market recap already. Well, it's the part of the training. Let's look at Tuesday and see what we. It's just that market makers, I am talking about, okay, good. What I will do tomorrow, I'll talk about the template. The template. So let's just go on. Look at this bastard. Are you now going? I'm already out. Whatever you can get out. I saw it and it's name. I'm out. I'm not going to hold that. I don't want to be in the whatever it is. I would have locked them, but that's by the way. But I would like to. I'm pain because I knew this was going to happen. But it happened in time. You see what is happening? Price came 1, 2, 3, couldn't break that level. I'm pain, right? But I'm not disturbed. Why am I not disturbed? It's definitely going to happen again. See what they now did. They gave us our setup at the end. Look at the time. 12. I don't want to be in there. It's kind of late, but guys, by the way, stupid people. Okay. I got my money, no? No, man. Okay. Let's look at let's see what else. Okay. Oh, none of you is getting angry about NAS moving now, right? It's just part of it. Now see what happened. This is Monday. Tuesday. What happened? Price is running away. Is running away. Broke the level. Withdraw the load. Price came back high and started going down, trapping traders. Equity market open, price ran up, tapped the money, and started going down. I don't want that. I'm waiting for the box. It broke the level, and then because it was already at 9:45, guess what? I'm waiting for 10 to see what happens. And see what happened? Price dumped into 10 o'clock. Dumped into 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock opened. And then we have double bar reversal pattern. Am I taking my trade immediately? No, let's go to 1 minute. Learn to see the setup and then take what is easy. Don't just be blind, jumping into what is not well set up. Where are the 2 lines? Look at them, sorry. Look at it. The level that was broken at the equity market opening. And price kept going down. 10 o'clock open. Look at this. Let me show you. It opened and kept going down. It got to this level. It came back high. Then when it's going down, it broke that level. Okay, you want to take your trade from here? Well, it's your choice. But once it started going high, now I feel my chance, if it comes back to that level without taking it out, then I know it's trapped. And see what happened? Peak formation low. And price started coming back down towards the end of the section Pin and Government. And what happened? Price left the station. 10 o'clock club got this trade. Got the trade. I didn't quite get it, sorry. Yeah. So you see it. After it broke out, don't rush. Let's go back to 15 minutes where you have better understanding. Look at it here. 9 o'clock or 9:30, the money came to the level. You are trading this going down. Look at what happened. Let me make it clear. Sorry, I'll wipe this off. I just want us to see clearly. Look at from this level, 9:30, walk with me. Maybe the 1 minute chart is not so clear. But see what happened? The eye is protected. Eye is protected. Eye is protected. Eye is still protected. But immediately after it triggered the last low, guess what happened? The eye was taken out. And where is this very line? Go back to the last bearish bar before there was a breakout. I drew it to the future. Price came back to that level and respected that level and then turned around. That is where your chance goes high in this, because it has given you double bar reversal pattern and then came back to that level and then took off. Please, do we have questions regarding this? I've been explaining this from daily chart, 4-hour chart, and the rest. For you that are just seeing the lesson today, go back and watch the daily videos. You will see things clearly for yourself. You got it right. So please, any question, anybody here? So you see, this is an easy trade. Gave you a trade without stress. But if you had taken the trade feeling you are too good, you would have been burnt out severally before the market turned around. Wait for it. It's still going down. Eyes are still protected. Once it came to this level, the eye was mitigated. You might have missed the low to take the trade down here. That is not your business. But once it came back at you, take the trade. So that is a good setup. What is the setup? Look at it again. You dump into your section for the pump. Another clue. Let's go back to the daily chart and look at that very trade. What day was that? On Tuesday. Just look left where all that time frame buyers came into the market. I would like to look it here, the closing price of this bar. What happened? Where buyers came in, price went back to that level. Stacy calls this a snapback. It came back Monday, traded Tuesday, broke Monday's level, got to this level, then a snapback going back inside. Any question regarding this? Just look left. Learn to look left. Any question? Now let's go back to 15 minutes. I'm trying to, what I just showed now on daily time frame, we have seen it. I've shown us and we've done intensive work on that. What we're looking at is the setup and how it played out this week. The reason why this came into our watch list is that it broke out of Monday's level, failed and closed back inside Monday. Great trade setup. Question, please, before we go to the next. I just want to be sure we do day by day, then we can call it a day. So go ahead, any question, anybody? Okay, good, then let's look at it again. GBP, USD. We could see different instruments. It's not just one instrument I'm looking at. See what happened here first. They gave us a trade. trade setup, which is so clean. It gave us this trade when? On Monday. If that's what you're looking for, is a clean trade, very clean trade. What is the concept behind the trade? Just do this. Dump into where? Your section. Around 3:30, you got a blast. Look at the same behavior. Took out the eye on coming down, broke out, and then the breakout bar. Took out that breakout bar. Let's quickly look at this before we look at Tuesday. But look at the setup. Dumping into your section. Are you getting it? Dumping into your section. I will say that again. Dumps into the timing window, 3 o'clock. Let's go back to 1 minute to see how you would have taken your trade. Okay. What day was that? Monday. Sorry. I'm going to put a pause after this starts question so that I see if you guys are really following. You can see the notes here. I'm just putting this one to check my time. So you see, now if you had missed, maybe you don't want this trade because it might be too aggressive. But guess what? The previous bar closed in breakout. We are looking for an opportunity to buy low. Let me go back to 15 minutes. We are looking for an opportunity to buy low. Let me say it again. We are looking for an opportunity to buy low. And this bar, let me show you again. 3 o'clock. We are already low. I'm not interested in selling low. No, I want to buy low. Broke out. Gave me an opportunity for me to buy low. Let's say you're so scared of this, but if you have seen it over and again, that could have been your trade. But let's say you miss that. What do you do? Let's go straight to 1 minute. Let me show you what you do. So I've already put on my line so I know where it is. So immediately that broke. Let's go back. But remember why Monday would be on your watch list. It triggered excuse me. These are the two lines I'm looking at here. So it broke out, it triggered the low of the previous day, breakout, and then gave us a setup around this place. Pin and government. Okay, I don't want it. I want to see clarity before taking my trade. And when it came back into the box, it came back down in 1 push, 2 pushes, 3 push pin and government around what time? If you are not taking trade from the third hour, it happened when? Sorry, the second hour. It happened at the third hour. And that price went. Let me show you how this is. I want to look at Tuesday because I don't really look at the Sunday. So you see, price went out, broke that level, and then pin, get out. Look at where you get out. The pin. You have taken your trade somewhere. Yeah, 4 o'clock. So it happened. So you would have, maybe you missed this entry. Maybe you don't know how to take the trade. It is already turned trap and shift. This was Stacy calls the bottom of this level is a range after that breakout. So I want to take it this way. It gave us 1, 2 full range extension and rest. And let's look at this. See again, price is dumping aggressively. It dumps into the gap time. Started going, I know. See what happened? Now it's dumped again. After the gap time, before the third hour, the third hour of the long New York market open, price had given us what? 2 blue lines, high and low. And it came to the low. If you can't take the low, wait for price to come back inside this box, then take your trade. This is the setup. You see, it went back down. Where is stop loss? Stop loss is down here. And immediately stop loss was taken, price turned around. Let's look at it for 1 minute. Learn to trade setup. If price doesn't dump into your section and you go taking the trade, you are gambling. If price doesn't pump into your section and you go taking the trade, you are gambling. The pump or the dump is the trap. Let it happen. The setup is always present. So let's see this. Let's say you miss the opportunity coming from, see, Pin engulfment, V bottom, around what time, what level, the low of the day. Look at it, it came back down, Pin engulfment at that level. You missed it, it came back and it gave you again, Pin engulfment. What are you waiting for? Let's see if this will give us one full range extension. Didn't quite get it, but it broke out. Let's look at the level from the left. If it covers. Okay, yes, it did. Look at it here. From this breakout point, going back to that level. So you see, that is how easy this trade setup should be. The reason behind the trade, close in breakout, also breakout of the day. You got your box before your section. No random trade here. Dumps into you. Okay, your trade. Did you get it, please? So you see, we got either a trade here or a trade here. Learn to wait for it. Use the time to your advantage. It's going to help you a whole lot. Everybody was trapped down low around 4. You got your trade. Easy trade. Max, is there any question?
None for
Max,
now.
is there any...
No, none for now.
Okay, then let's go back. Okay. I'm glad you guys can see. First thing, you can see what I'm stressing on. I'm putting more emphasis on signals. Don't be like every other person that just want to trade. No. What is the signal? Stacy will ask, where I don't want to be seeing this. It's like I should go and beat market makers. And my mind told me to just lock it and leave it. But I don't gamble anymore. That is what's going on. But that is, by the way, I got some money from me too. Painful. Really? It's not. It's going to happen again. Don't let anything bug you. So let's go on. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. This is okay, Monday. Look at this. Dead giveaway. 3 power down. Look at what happened. Created a level. Before the equity market opened, it had already created 2 levels, 2 blue lines. Took out the high, came back to the price, down, and then it gave us a level. Once the high is taken, you draw that level. Came back down, reversal pattern, and then came back low and went high. This is what we're looking for. What is the reason? Triggers the level, Monday's level. It broke out on Monday and then closed back inside Monday. Are we following? So now let's make it fast so that we can round up. We're going to start killing the market by God's grace. You see? Which instrument is this? USD. I talk about, right? Okay, this is a good one. Illustrate. Good. It's fine. Okay, good. This one is a good one. Okay, USD CO share. Not many trades, but one best trade setup. One best trade setup. Learn to look for it. On Monday, price closed in breakout. It brought this instrument to our watch list. What do you have? Price is what? Pumping. That is a clue. Now see what happened. It gave us another clue. And see what happened. It pumped in one push, two pushes, three pushes, came down. Traders are already getting involved. But see what happened. The eye was still in place. No eye was taken. It just kept going high. And all of a sudden, you are jumping in to sell. 10 o'clock took out the money and trapped traders up high. What do we have already first? Pump gave us lower low. Pump back to the eye after it locks it. If I get it, in this range. After it locks the high, pin engulfment, high bull, to lock the high, came back to that level. How did it get to the level? Look at this. Let's look at, sorry, before I make some blunders. This is a level. Went one push, two pushes, came back down, and then went high aggressively. Trap and shift. This is what you're looking for. This trap and shift. It went high around 10:30. Can you wait? It blasted out, but the setup is present. Look at the setup. Signal day setup is equal to parabolic trade setup. Now let's see it quickly. That was Tuesday, right? Okay. So see what happened? Not to worry, tomorrow just talk about the template. We'll talk about most of this. So you see, after that happened, price went high, pin engulfment. If you had taken the trade, you became not liquidity though. The price went 1, 2, 3, thereabout. Started going back high, but it didn't take the high. So that is peak formation high. If you are taking that trade, you are in a little bit of pain. But what happened? After the death candle, you have pin engulfment. Remember, that is the death candle. Pin engulfment. If you are taking this, you are still in the money. Pin engulfment, you got involved. And where do you think they are going? They're coming back to the money from where there was a breakout. So this is an easy trade. Please, can you guys really see all I'm sharing? Is it making sense? Hello, is it making sense? I don't just want to talk. Doran, are you understanding any of this?
Yeah.
Wait, does it look simple now? Does it look simple now?
It looks simple when you do it,
Right.
but when I'm on the chart, when the market is moving it, you don't always see those moves. So
Time levels, behavior of price. You struggling? According to Stacy, why not learn to keep a trade from the third hour, which is 10 o'clock? You would have seen it set up for you before your timing window. Let's go on. Let's make it fast. This is another one I love. See what happened. Price did not close in breakout, but the day itself, it triggers the level, came back down and ran high. I saw this one very clearly from 1 hour chart. I want us to see it. It's a very simple trade. Look at it now. This thing is still going. The lowest closing price on Wednesday and highest closing price on Wednesday for the week is usually very crazy. That's what's happening. So let's go on. So you see, price from the low started pumping in one push, two pushes, three pushes to the high. We pump into when 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock club got the trade. As simple as that. Can you wait? two-trade setup is all that you need, nothing more. Let's look at this one closely. So you see when price broke out, went high in one push. There is no engulfment around this place. So don't go in yet. Went high again, fooled you, but there's no engulfment. Went high again the third time, no engulfment, and started coiling. Double P engulfment. While and if not, but I want to take this straight. The I have been put in place. That is your trade. That is your trade. When price started dumping, you want to see price pump a little bit. If you have missed the first entry, and what happened? It gave you a second chance to come in. You don't come in, it's not coming back. And that's what market did. Back to where the pump started. Did you see it? Track and shift. This is what you're looking for. Can you see it clearly? Then you can be able to find it using the timing window to your advantage. Any question? Any question, Dorian?
No, no question.
Okay, then. I've looked at, there are some other trades that happened that very Tuesday, but I want to skip to Wednesday, which was yesterday. Let me see which trade I sent to you guys that happened on Wednesday. So no, this Tuesday. I thought I sent this Wednesday to us. Okay, yes, I did. I was going to make ARL CAD. Okay, we're going to be rounding up now. We're going to talk about today. This very sweet trade. This is. I was expecting this from NASDAQ today. NASDAQ is a bastard. Don't mind me laughing. I'm just a clown. Okay. Which one are we looking at? I just found out USD. Yeah. There should always be a reason. This closed first. Look at it here. It closed in where? Breakout. It is given. It gave us a high, rather a low, and it gave us a high. Coming into our section, we have this and this. Let's take this one, for example. That is our trading point. But we know that price coming into our section, price dumps into our section. Look at after the breakout bar got triggered. Look at it, got triggered on the low. Coming by, came back inside and came back to that level. It gave us an easy trade. Zero hits, zero emotion. Immediately you see the pin up there, even if it didn't quite get to one full range extension, this pin, get out. But let's look at it from 1 minute. Why I'm looking at it from 1 minute is so that we know how to take entry. Entry is the easiest. Now let's look at it. So you see, traded out of that level. Okay. Look at what price did. Here passed down. When you see price creeping into your section, pin, look at it. All this time, price had not gotten any. Once we broke out, I didn't see any engulfment. But this pin engulfment has given me a starter V bottom. But it came back inside and then coiled in 1, 2, went out, just what I explained to us. And then the third time, price came to that level to give us pin and government. We look at the time after equity market open, got the trade, and let's say it went, you are waiting for the third hour. What happened? Price still gave you another opportunity. We look at an opportunity. We look at an opportunity. So it's not a must that you cash the loan. You don't have to cash the loan. You don't need it. That is a good trade that happened on Wednesday. Let's go back to 15 minutes. The one I did take, this was in the 102. Many was asking, why did I take this trade on Wednesday? You what must be? See what happened. It's simple. Look at this level. That is Monday's level. What happened? Price did not close in breakout. Yes, I know. It closed back inside. But it came to walk that level in how many times? 3 times without breaking out. Once I saw that, I was waiting. Price gave me higher high and then came back to that level and then gave me my trade. Easy trade. Just look for what is simple. This 3 push pattern to a particular level without breaking out is also a signal. It happened last week and it's happened again this week. Let's jump to today so that I can call it a day. Setup, setup, setup. Now look at this. I'm talking about setup, not reading the templates. We look at the template. So what happened? Price close in breakout. Listen again. That breakout happens to be the lowest closing price of the week on Wednesday. What happened? Let me explain here. The template, look at what happened. The pump literally started on Friday. That is Friday's level, low of previous week. And this is Monday's level, low of Monday. Look at what happened. Monday is the first trading day. Tuesday expanded the range, gave us a trade. Wednesday opened and then closed, lowest closing price. Then what happened? It gave us, coming into our section, it gave us a low, which is yesterday's low, and gave us a high. And then what happened? Price gave us a peak formation low, came to break that level and came back around what time? And what level is that? Monday's low. That means everybody underneath Monday's trading price is tracked. Now, what do you think they will go to? From the breakout level, we have price coming back and giving us from level to level. Third hour again. Let's go to 1 minute. Now let's look at it. So what it gave us, look at from 1 minute coming to 10 o'clock, we have already seen that price gave us again. Look at it again. Maybe you can't draw the box. Learn to draw the box. You can see what happened. Price went high around 9:30 opened inside, I guess. 9:30 was give us the low and then took out the high and then came back dumping into 10. What a coincidence. From that level, double P and government. What happened? you would have taken your trade. What time is it? 10 o'clock. This seems very boring, but is what I look for. From low of day to high of day, zero heat, zero emotion. Another trade that happened even today. Like I said, we are just going to be talking about setup. Master the easy setup, repeatable trade setup. Force yourself to see it. Force yourself to trade what is easy to make a whole lot of money. What happened? Let's look at it. Price the previous day, inside day. Look at what happened. Price triggered the high of the inside day and started dumping from Asia. And it dropped in one push, two pushes, three pushes, and then locked the low. I'm looking for my trade. It went high and gave us higher high. Remember, I'm still waiting for the equity market open. What time is this? 2 o'clock. Started dumping. Where is 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock opened up here. Yeah, I can start buying from that level. I wanted to get to an important level. And see what happened? I'm looking at buying low. It came back down again to take the level. And when it coiled and got back inside, when it got back, what am I seeing? Why is this showing me? I'm going to change this. I see nothing. I'm not going to show you this. I want to use the tool. Let me go to 1 minute. But the same setup there is the setup I use. So you see the setup. Dumb. That dumb is the dead giveaway. When price dumps into your section, thing pump. So it's dumping down. Let's go back. We have yet again our two blue lines. And price came back down and started walking the low. It took the money. After it took the money, it went high and then came back and then gave you an entry. If you don't want an entry there, you are waiting for the third hour. And price started coming back down before the third hour. I don't like this time. I don't like the way this time is. I'll check it in. I'll change this IC market. But what we have here is price done, the same concept, and give us an entry. From this level, you take your trade back to the high of day. You look at it again to blue lines and walk the low in 1, 2, 3. Then went back to the high. This is what you should force yourself to look for. Stay out of the noise. Look for what is simple. What won't stress you? What won't cause you pain? What by the time you take your trade, you go rest and come back to take the money. This could have been a very good trade for today, but the noise, they don't want us to close in profit. But look at this very one. Look at the runner, how clean. Once you master the signal day, all you need, let's say you are trading and you are looking for this setup, and all you want to be trading is what? The third hour. Look at what happened. You would have gotten a trade on Tuesday and probably a trade on Thursday and rest your case. You don't have to trade every day. No, it won't help you. You will hurt yourself. Then master the template. We're just going to be talking about the templates tomorrow. I'll be looking at Friday's trade. Then on Tuesday next week, I'll be starting with the new students so that I'll be able to start the process again. This is nothing but the same thing market makers will keep on doing. They repeat themselves. Don't forget that. The point is that we are trying to find something that market maker is not doing and force our will on the market. No, wait for it. Price closing breakout. Did it give you the setup the day of your trading? Work with your timing window. Closing breakout. Did it give you a setup? If not, no trade. So what I will tell you, signal day. Master the signal day. 3 days of breakout, 3 days of long. Master them. First red day, first green day, and then master your setup. The in about the setup is market will first go one direction. Once you see that, wait for it to set up and then take your trade the other direction. 90% of the trade at which we are looking for is either, in the matter of fact, is just reversals. We are looking for either continuation or reversal. Let me see. In this case, price is going high. We got a reversal. Price is going down. We got a reversal. So that is what you should look out for. If it doesn't make sense, why take a trade? Look at this very one. It's very nice, right? First red day, but it left before my timing window. It left. I don't have any business in that. So all you got to do is you have to take yourself serious and be responsible, knowing that one trade will not make you, and one trade should not break you. Get it? One trade should not make you, and one trade should not break you. Go for the best trade setup. Go for the best. Go for the best. On what is repeatable, and then life will be easy. It shouldn't just be gold. God gave us on Monday. Yeah, God gave us again on Tuesday. This trade, I took this trade, just this two. That was what I took. And yesterday, Wednesday, I took only one trade. This was the trade I took. Today, I took two trades. Because one of them, I took one as scalped one. Where is it? Yeah, I scalped this. I was targeting this level, but when I saw prices behaving, I got out, but this was my trade. Easy trade. You can see, setup. Learn, force yourself to find this setup. What is the key? Price is dumping into your section. Then pump. Dumping into your section or pumping into your section till you dump. Nothing more, nothing less. So great then. So is there any question before I go? I told you that today is going to make it more clearer. And I bet we've seen it.
Can
So
I have
please
a
tell me.
question?
So go ahead.